even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
New Year, everybody. My name is Ernest Martinez. I'm representing the Cesar E. Chavez Legacy and Educational Foundation. I'm also representing my father, Jaime Martinez. The reason why I march because number one, first and foremost, to honor Dr. King. I also march because I'm reminded that it's so important to preserve the life and legacy and promote the legacy of Martin Luther King. I had the blessed opportunity to be raised of a labor, human, and civil rights activist in this community, so I saw a lot growing up. My first march, MLK, was in 1987. That was planted right here in my heart, and it never left. So I'm glad to be in a room full of activists. It's always good to be together for one common purpose, one common goal, and that is to honor Dr. King on MLK Day.
All right, thank you. My name is Isidro Solis, pastor of the Saved by Grace Church on the South Side. And remember this, a person doesn't change until somebody believes in them.
That's right.
I believe what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. Known DC for a number of years. And it's a blessing to get a lot of people registered.
My name is Linda Papayanopoulos. I'm also a member of Neighborhoods First Alliance and the world famous Rapid Response Team. I'm marching because our Constitution says we the people. It doesn't say what color, what race, what creed, and so we have to get out and do something, and that's why I'm here.
I'm Chief Apostle Bishop Rosa L. Wilson, pastor of Greater Faith Institutional Church. I'm also part of Neighborhood First Alliance, Cesar Chavez, and many different things, Martin Luther King Commission. And I march because I have a mandate from God, I have a passion. So, even if I leave this place, even if I tried not to do it, I couldn't. Because this thing came from God. It's all about Him, His people, and Dr. Martin Luther King. I grew up in Oakland, California real quick, and we did have a certain area where it says for the fountain that you drink out of, blacks only or whites only. And I saw that as a little girl. And then when I came to the South, I seen a whole lot of racism and different things were going on. But not just that, but where you can live, what type of education you can get, what type of medical or health care you can get. I march for all those things, and I preach it, I live it, and I talk it. I walk and talk the walk and talk. Y'all know what I mean. God bless you and keep you is my prayer. And let's just do this. Let's receive our president, none other than T.C. Howard.
But for those of you who are skeptical of why we're here, you need to remember one thing, Ms. McDonald. Somebody died, and someone was tarred and feathered because they were registered people to vote. Everybody remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Young people here in the house, Nita, the young man who has a broken arm, Bill Richardson, not too long ago in East Texas, a person was hung from a bridge because they were registering somebody to vote. Not too long ago in Mississippi, freedom workers from Chicago, Cheney, Goodwin, and Scherner were buried, murdered, shot, and killed for registering people to vote. We need to take this real seriously.
That's it. That's it.
For that reason, you need to be involved. And that's why we're here.
That's right.
We know that there are people within this commission that want to turn this march into a fiesta event, into a musical event. As long as I'm alive, I will speak out against that. I'm one of the original march organizers. I was doing this when I was skinny, working with Reverend Cowles.
Come on with it.
I did the job that Mr. Kirksey did.
That's right.
People would call me up. Miss McDonald, Mr. Calvert, you need to come and get these beer bottles and this trash off of my property for that big march y'all just had. And I used to have to go pick up the trash. Nate, you remember, out of these people's yards. So, you know, this march is a serious situation. It is a celebration. But we have to remember, there's still people that are trying to do voter suppression. And they're in control of most state houses across this country. They don't want you to vote. Everybody say they don't want you to vote.
They don't want you to vote.
And one thing we must remember, to those that are here from City Hall and those that are here from the commission, Dr. King was a supporter and a sponsor of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. If you look at the historical pictures, Brother Martinez, every historical picture, you see where they're talking about give us the right to vote. It's in all of it. Am I right about it, Gordon?
That's right.
Just look at it. I suggest that y'all pick those books up and show them to the people.
Yeah.
Dr. King has a legacy that he was a nonviolent person. You're right, Brother Kirksey. He was a pacifist. He was a Quaker. For you young people who don't know what that means, Nia, he was a person that was against violence. He was against war. He was against militarism. Even though we're here in Military City, USA, and we respect our military. But Dr. King was opposed to war. So when we have people coming to the march with weaponry, when we have people coming to the march with dogs, boa constrictors, remember that lady came with a bikini on and had a blonde boa constrictor around? That's not what the march is all about.
No.
And I heard, Clyde, that the trail riders are mad because, you know, we don't want them riding their horses in the parade. Did you ever see a horse in the Martin Luther King march? No. Come on. We had old people. We had Bull Connor and his sheriffs, DeMonte, on horseback running over the marchers. So get off your high horses.
Say it.
And you can tell them T.C. Calvert said it.
That's right.
Somebody's got to say it. Greg Abbott, you should not be shaken by Greg Abbott. You just need to, don't agonize, you need to organize. If we can survive, Terry Williams, slavery, we will be able to survive anybody, any president of the United States, any governor of this country. We've been survivors and we'll continue to survive. Let me give you Nathaniel Davis, chairman of the Martin Luther King March.
I don't expect you to follow.
Come on with it, son. Come on.
Well, that's Brother Cal. That's my good friend. We've been together a long time. So, again, I'm Nathaniel Davis. I'm the march chairman. And I guess for all of the reasons that you mentioned, that's why I'm here. That's why I march as well. One thing we need to understand is that our theme this year is Dr. King's legacy is peace for peace, is justice for all. Okay? Remember, celebrate, and act. So that means we need to remember, like he said, what our ancestors had to go through in order for us to just be considered human beings. You know, we have to celebrate our progressions and what we've achieved to this point. We've done a lot. We've gone a long way, but we're nowhere close. We're nowhere close. So that's where we remember to act. We must always continue to act on things that matter. Because once we silent, we kill it. We kill the movement. So always speak up and always do that. Always, Brother Calvert is very correct in that. Just always stay active. The minute we become silent, we die. So, now with that, I have a whole list of things to run by you real quick. And I'm gonna do this relatively quickly. But y'all, if all of y'all know Dr. Calvert,
Yeah, we do.
I'm getting ready to give you $1 million worth of information. For free. For free. That's my good buddy. That's my good buddy. But this coming Friday, I want you to know that you have an opportunity to contribute to our One Scholarship Fund. We'll be running a phone bank all day on Channel 4, and you can go to news4.com and go in. While you're donating to our scholarship fund, you will have an opportunity to win a new car. So thanks to World Car, they have graciously given us a car to raffle off so we can raise funds for our scholarship fund. Now all of that money goes directly into our scholarship fund. No operating, none of that stuff. So what we're doing is, Fred, Carla, how many scholarships did we give last year? 20, 25, somewhere in there, 25, somewhere in that area. Now, we had some 4 years, we had some 2 years, and then we had some 1 year. And so that's where we're going with this. We really want to get to $1 million, and that way anyone that that desire to go to college to enroll as an incentive, we will have, some monies to offset, the rising cost of books and tuition, as you all know. So that's the first one.
Not just students going to college.
Well, not just students going to college. Yes. Trade schools, all that. We're going to go through all of that. So, okay, as far as events, the first thing coming up is Thursday, which is our Trinity Lecture Series. And that is Brother Lamont Hill. He is a Morehouse professor. Yeah, he's a Morehouse professor. And he should be very dynamic in his speech. I'm looking forward to it. Saturday morning from 9 to 2, we're going to do our youth summit, our youth empowerment summit. He's going to pass these out to you. This will be on there. Youth Empowerment Summit at St. Philip's College from 9 to 3. That's where we're going to try to, what you're talking about, teach our young people knowing why they march, why we do this. Okay? On Sunday, the 15th, we have our wreath laying ceremony. And the wreath laying ceremony is what I really am looking forward to. Because this is, our guest speaker for the wreath laying is Dr. John Collins. How many people in this room remember Dr. John Collins? Y'all know who he is? He's the gentleman from the 1968 Olympics. You remember those guys that protested? That's who it is. We're looking so forward to, I'm looking so forward to hearing this message. I can't wait. Right after that, we have our interfaith service. And if you have never been to one of these interfaith services, I think it'd behoove you to go to one of these. This is one of the most phenomenal events that we have. I mean, it's a non-denominational worship service. And all of these people, all races, creeds, come together in peace and love and harmony, all in worship. It's just a fantastic event.
And also all types of food.
Yes, and all types of food. It's going to be held at New Creation Christian Fellowship Church at 4 o'clock on the Sunday. Okay, and then on Monday what we're doing. But the one good thing about Monday, we're gonna do something different. This is the 30th anniversary of MLK being a city commission. Okay, now just remember that we're gonna celebrate this year as well. But next year, in 18, is what? It's the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's death and the origination of Jesus. Okay, so next year we're really gonna blow the doors off. We're gonna do this okay next year. But this year we're gonna have a picture display reflecting photos from the past 30 years, from the old March past, from the beginning all all the way to where we are right now. I failed to mention one that your illustrious leader is involved in. We are also going to do a premiere showing of a documentary, and our documentary is just that. How did this march originate? You know, everybody's fascinated on why we're growing so large and all of those things. So we have put together a documentary that will be aired on January 14th? 14th and 15th when it'll be aired. But we're gonna have a premiere showing on the 13th for that. And Dr. Calvert, he's a part of that documentary, so we'll be sure to keep you informed of that, or those who want to attend. So there's a lot of things going on, but I can't be more remiss without talking about the beginning of my march. Just to let you know, as Dr. Calvert said earlier, we have had a lot of opposition, and we have dealt with it, and we've dealt with our growing pains, we've dealt with all of that. But something happened to us 20 years ago. And this couple came to us and said, look, let's do something at the beginning. And that person is Bishop Grover. Okay? The minute we start worshiping at the beginning of this march, there were no more words. It's moved out. There were no more words. We don't have to worry about that. Because we want to do that. That's what they used to do in Dr. King. We want to pray for people's safety. We want to pray for prosperity. All of those good things is what she does in our early morning worship. So,
let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
I'm gonna let it shine everywhere I go. I'm gonna let it shine everywhere I go. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine in my neighborhood.
First of all, to thank our leader, founder, P.C. Calvert, for putting this event together. And second of all, I march for truth and justice. As we leave this place tonight, turn on your TVs, turn on NPR radio, and look what's going on in the communities all across the United States. We have taken a step back into time, and we're back in the 1950s as of right now. So our commander-in-chief, I support him 100%. However, the fight must go on.
Yes.
So we must be mindful of what's going on and teach, as the gentleman said, our young people, because they are the future. We need to give them training and education. And like my grandma said, take them back to the old landmark.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
In my neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. In my neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. In my neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Okay, go ahead. My God gave it